David Menzies for Rebel News here at the Mahdi Islamic Centre in Thornhill, Ontario. Now, folks, this mosque has been in the news of late. You see, a few days ago, a member of the mosque, well, he tweeted out his support of the Iranian regime, which is kind of funny because right now, across the world, millions of people are demonstrating against the regime. In any event, here is what one of the mosque goers had to say on social media.
Taken down like how Iran took out America from the land of Iran. Imam al-Khomeini was able to eradicate the American hands from the Islamic Republic of Iran.
So far from condemning the regime in Tehran for being the biggest state sponsor of terrorism and for, killing women for dress code violations, that person supports the Iranian regime. Absolutely incredible. You would see that here in our great dominion. Now, in the aftermath of the video, what happened was this mosque was vandalized. Somebody spray painted anti-Iranian regime messages on the mosque. And of course, the mainstream media, being the mainstream media, they have reported this as Islamophobia, even though I think there's a very big difference between Islamophobia or being anti-Islam and being anti-Iranian regime. In fact, we don't even know if the person that spray painted the graffiti is a Muslim himself. But let's not let the facts or the questions get in the way of a good Islamophobia narrative. Protesters have assembled here who are indeed anti-regime, and they are anti this particular mosque because there are allegations that this mosque has connections to the mullahs in Iran, that there's even some money laundering perhaps going on. They're just unproven allegations right now. Our friend Nasser Pouli, he's one of the speakers here. So let's wade into this demonstration and see what they have to say about this ongoing story.
Down with dictator! Down with dictator!
It was very curious, I thought, that the mainstream media was painting this as an act of Islamophobia. We don't even know if the graffiti artist is a Muslim or not. So it's interesting they jumped to that conclusion, and yet where are the members of the mainstream media in terms of covering this event?
I'm sure, as you know from your experience, the mainstream media likes to not be so present with events like this because they've got their own agendas and their own biases. God be with them regardless.
But Aaron, if I can just interject,
please.
An event like this, you're standing up for freedom. You're taking a stance against misogyny. The lady who was most recently killed, it was a dress code violation.
That's correct.
She was guilty of. I thought the left and the media were all about women's rights and freedom of speech and freedom of expression. I guess I'm missing something.
I think the simple answer to that is lip service is fairly common on that side of the aisle, unfortunately. I hope that there's a time in the future, both in Canada and abroad, that we can have partisan discussions, non-partisan discussions rather, I should say, where people both liberal, conservative, and of other political affiliations can actually have meaningful discussions on how we can preserve freedom, dignity, and safety in this country, and of course in other countries as well, because I think that's something that every human being strives for.
So these are the same people trained by that regime. And we want Mr. Trudeau, we want MPs, we want the Member of Parliament, we want this mosque to be shut down and other places that basically advocated for Iranian regime. Okay, we know, as Iranian people, we know every one of them. We have documents. We know all of them that which one is belong to Iranian regime. These people are in here. They know why they are here. They are not naive. And millions of Iranians, they know. And if I know, if millions of Iranians knows, how come our Canadian government doesn't know this?
Well, as you know, we have a Canadian government member of parliament, Masjid Johari, who is a supporter of the regime. But lately, he's trying to change his spots. He's trying to be a man of the people. But if I can, Nasser, In the CBC report, someone connected with this mosque, Nareya Akbarzada, she said, "We have zero affiliation with any government and any political party, but still we are targeted." What do you make of that statement?
First of all, I'll go back to Mahdi Johari. If you recall our interview in your office, what I said Mahdi Johari is going to change color pretty soon, didn't I?
You did.
And yesterday, in that demonstration, he had a face to come front of Iranian people and was kicked out from the demonstration. People, they said, get the hell out of here. We don't want you. We don't want, get lost, Mahdi Johari.
And Nasser, why don't we throw to that clip? Here's the scene yesterday in Toronto at Nathan Phillips Square, where Mahdi Johari, suddenly a champion of the Iranian people in denouncing the regime. Here's the reception he got.
صحبت شد از حقوق زنان اونجا صحبت شد از وایلیشن هیومن رایت اونجا صحبت شد و خدمت شما عرض شد و تمام اون اطلاعات هم به دولت برگردونده شد.
Mahdi Johari! Mahdi, go! Get the f*** out of here, bro! Mahdi Johari! Mahdi Johari! Mahdi Johari!
در اوایل سال کار 2016 دولت بود و به نظر می‌رسید که علاقه‌ای هست از طرف دولت صحبت بشه، ولی در حال حاضر هیچ علاقه‌ای وجود نداره و ما هیچ علاقه‌ای نداریم.
خاوری رو چرا نمی‌دازین بیرون؟
حالا رویم روش کار می‌کنیم.
شیمان جوهری! رفرا برو خونه دیگه، دستشه! جمعش کن! برو خونه دیگه! دست نزن!
تو حیوانی چجوری تو آدمی حیوان سفر یا کیره ما تو آدم نیستی تو آدم نیستی برو گم شو اینجا جای داری نه تو اینجا برو گم شو حیوان برو گم شو برو گم شو جوهری بسیجی برو گم شو جوهری بسیجی برو گم شو.
Your sources, what do you know about this center?
Thank you for being here, first of all, because this mainstream media doesn't cover this kind of stuff. The first reason that people like us came to Canada to escape such a things that are here, and when we came here and see the same thing going on as going in Iran, it's such a disappointment. So these people here, they recruit people, they try to brainwash other communities like Pakistanis and other communities that are more into the religion. Iranians are not really religious people, and I personally know that these people here do like money laundering. They do like help other people, like IRG, like Sepah people to come to Canada for bringing the money from Iran, which they are taking out from people, and they bring it here. They do businesses. Most of them exchange money. You know how many exchange shops are in Toronto, Iranian ones?
Oh yeah, many.
You know how many?
Arten, if I may ask you, if this is almost like common knowledge, where is the RCMP? Where is CSIS in terms of doing an investigation?
I guess RCMP is more into small people. Then, like, I had inheritance from my father for $30,000. It took me lots of months to get it in here, and I don't know how the billions of dollars come into this country, and nobody even cared. And these people are walking, and even they have RCMP or police taking care of them.
Well, they're saying because I'm calling their mom a terrorist. I'm a paralegal. I went and dig in. I find out that CRA audited them, and found that they are promoting child bride and forced soldiers and all that. So that report was pushed under the rug. I went and I prepared a banner asking question. I want to know how Ayatollahs of Iran, despite all of legal laws that prevents them from entering Canada, make their way here. And I wrote that very same thing on the banner. I said, how did the murderer, a terrorist, an Islamist, got here? And then this is the notice of God.
It's unbelievable.
And then they want to sue me. I've been doing that for more than 2 years. If there is any lawsuit, it's going to be done by limitation period. It's fatal limitation period, on something like this.
So Reza, you just told me off camera, this is a picture of your brother. He unfortunately is no longer with us. What happened?
My brother, 20 years and 23 days living. Young people, they believe the truth. The government kill him, and it's not him. The government can every day right now, young people, 16, 10, 8, 9, 10 people, they're with the gun, with the shooting, with the bullet. Why they want to? They want freedom, nothing else. This is Islam. Islam is true, is killer. Killer everybody.
I'm sorry to hear of your loss. Why did the government kill your brother, sir?
They want power and money. Why?
Was your brother at a demonstration?
Demonstration. They want to fight freedom.
In any event, we love to give you the other side of the story, the mainstream media isn't reporting. So if you can go to rebelinvestigates.com, that's rebelinvestigates.com, and if you can chip in $1 or $3, we would greatly appreciate it.